Alright, what's up, guys? Here's another one of many videos that I finally get around to doing. And depends what subject matter I'm in the mood to do at the time, and if I get around to doing the video. Well, here's one I'm finally getting around to now, and this one is about the ridiculousness of bandwagon sexuality, and it's one of the things I find sickening and disgusting, how far it's been going these days, and getting really out of hand. And before it used to be, even back when I was even younger, and even back when my parents were younger, it used to be always on the male side. And the males, the guys were more guilty of it. Because I remember back when I was younger, and probably that goes on now, that you could be in high school, college, or even in a workplace, when you're older. And if you don't join in with the rest of the guys and brag about how many chicks you have sex with, or you're trying to have sex with, or whatever, if you don't appear to be trying to have sex with anybody, you're called a faggot, And now there's the gay rights thing and the gay people. That thing got all bigger now. But before that gay thing got bigger, there was the only thing about gay was you can be accused of it if you didn't want to join the crowd and brag about how many people you want to have sex with. So the gay thing was just a name they can call you to intimidate you into joining the bandwagon, That's before the gay thing got as big as it is now. So, but that's not what this video is about. This is not about the gay thing. I'm just saying that, that still goes on now. You can be accused of being a faggot if you openly disagree with the bandwagon male behavior. But now that's not the total problem now, and it's not all a male thing anymore. It got to be more chicks involved in that, especially when they're too young. Before, it was the guys. Now the influences of all this crap on television, Jerry Springer and Sex and the City and all that, and now you almost got to worry if you're a father or a mother and you got some teenage daughter that's like 13, 14 years old. You don't got just the guys out there to worry about that they might bring home, or they might go to some party or somewhere. Now you got to worry if they're going to meet some girl their age that's got a baby, and they're going to think that is so cool because they're helping babysit the baby, and then they want one themselves. And there's been a lot of articles, stuff on talk shows about all that crap now. People sent me these hilarious articles, internet blogs, on certain places just for something to laugh at. If you get a few laughs, there's these chicks out now, they're barely 14, and they're all larger amounts of them now, acting like it's some kind of civil right. You could just go out and just get pregnant and have some baby. And there's a lot of them, they actually want a baby like it's a thing, The boyfriend leaves, so what, you know what I mean? And it's actually getting plain sickening. There's see more of them walking around, and acting like it's big fun being pregnant. You see these ones, this other girl their age has a baby, and they think it's big fun, so they want one too, like it's a thing. But then they don't care how much money it takes to actually raise a kid. They don't get the idea that it takes money to raise a kid. They figure it just happens, and their parents ain't even really thrilled about it. And oh yeah, mommy and daddy end up raising the kid while they want to run to the mall, or then when they get old enough to drink, they're running the bars, and the parents are actually taking care of the kid, or more than less. Or there's another thing that goes on too. Oh, grandma likes the idea that the granddaughter has a baby. They don't care, and then maybe this grandmother has a way with making the parents feel like complete jerks for having any negative opinions about somebody having a baby that young. And she'll go and, just like when she maybe spoiled the granddaughter from the day she was born. Oh yeah, I'm more than happy to buy baby clothes and keep reminding the girl's parents what jerks they are for not for being so mean to them for getting pregnant too young. You know what I mean? And make them look bad. You know, buy all kind of, yeah, you know, the grandma that has all the credit cards and buy all kind of baby clothes and all that crap. So then, you know, one chick will see that, you know, to her friend, you know, oh, grandma's paying for all these baby clothes and all that. You know, I want to have a baby and do that too, you know. Then some of them don't work out that way either. They go at some parties, underage drinking parties, then get pregnant, and then, yeah, then the kid grows up poor, gets picked on in school because, hey, mommy and daddy didn't have enough to really buy them everything, you know. Maybe depends what family it is and what financial condition the family is, or if they have a grandma that'll give them everything and buy them the baby clothes. But anyway, when a kid gets older, he'll get picked on in school because he's poor. And say if the mother conceived the baby at a party, a drunken party somewhere, she ain't gonna tell the kid the truth of why the kid's life sucks and why they're so poor. They're gonna say, you know, they're not gonna outright tell the truth because, you know what I mean. So the kid won't be mad at the right people. She'll be teaching the kid that the reason why they're poor, it's the fault of that single woman down the street that doesn't wear makeup, that didn't get involved with no guys and works a good paying job and spends all the money on herself and then maybe takes care of the immediate family and all that stuff. Or maybe also blame that long-haired single guy that spends all his money on himself and stays single and do things the right way. Oh, and maybe teach the kid to blame that young couple down the street that's got a nice house and nice car because they worked good jobs, or maybe they got a career going or something like that and did everything the right way, and maybe they're planning maybe to have a kid someday, you know, to make sure they're financially able. Maybe they have a few credit cards that they keep aside. They don't whip them out, but in case one of them gets unemployed or gets sick, you know, they could still pay their bills. Yeah, blame them, or blame the government too. Yeah, blame the government. And I'm not, unlike some of my other videos, I'm not sticking up for the government here either, but you know, you'll get these kind of people that will actually have the nerve to blame the government when, you know, oh, you're going to go tell say if you conceived a kid that way, if it was from some party or something like that, you're going to tell the kid the truth, or you're going to blame him somewhere else and teach the kid to hate the wrong teach the kid to hang the blame on the wrong people. Oh hell, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not even doing a video, by the way, to bash just all women and girls either. You know, like I said, the guys are at fault here too. Like I says, I know some of yins guys are watching. I'm no fool, and I know some yins guys out there are no fool. Any yins guys younger than me, don't fall into that. Don't listen to your dudes you're hanging with about that. Tell them to go to hell. Don't be intimidated by that. Oh, you're a faggot if you don't brag how many people you had sex with. And then if you're a chick watching that's a little younger too, a certain age, don't listen to your girlfriends and don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to the television. You know, even if you don't hardly have any friends, yeah, it's because you're doing the right thing. Don't fall into that. Yeah, and I, for one, if I was some guy and then got some damn buddy pregnant like that, or even if I got married and did it the right way, at the least I would do is try to do the right thing for the kid. Or if you ended up having a kid before you got married, like people do, because stuff happens. I wouldn't. I'd want to make the best thing for the kid, because after all, I wouldn't want to go lying to the kid and say the rest of the world is to blame because the kid's poor. A lot of us would want a kid to actually live a good life, and I, for one, wouldn't want to have a kid and then lie to the kid that way, because the kid grew up poor, and then the kid find out that I lied to him about who's to blame for it, and then worried that he's gonna stab me to death in my sleep or something, and when he finds out, and that wouldn't be a good idea. I'm just saying that's the worst case scenario. It's happened, or another thing just as bad, the kid grow up committing all kind of crimes and all that, and that happens too. That's the cause of a lot of crime in the world too. Look at how a lot of these people that commit crimes, they were kids that actually were conceived in very bad conditions, poor, where people couldn't even afford the kid, you know what I mean, too. Did all kind of crap, irresponsible, so. And my point of this video, and I'm saying the trouble with the world too, is all this is going on too, and people are actually defending it. If you talk about it like me or anybody else does, you either get shouted down or you're called some kind of really insensitive jerk. I mean, some of them, accidents happen. Maybe the guy cons the chick into doing it, and then he gets pregnant and the guy's gone. They salvage it, and hopefully they can make a life for that kid. I'm not saying they're all totally bad for the rest of their lives for it. But people need to quit actually making excuses and defending every single one of them. And what they need to do is start discouraging it. Don't be encouraging more people to do it. And people don't need to be encouraging like these young chicks that are like seeing their friends that are their age with these babies, and then they're going to want one too the same way and say it's completely okay, because that's why the world's getting so messed up. And what it's doing, it's generating these kids that are actually growing up blaming the rest of the world because they're poor and everything, and because their life sucks, because of what they're being told. And somebody's telling them everybody else in the world is to blame, but the one who actually conceived them irresponsibly. And that ain't right. So the only way to prevent that is discourage people from doing that any further than they already are. Not so right now it's actually turning into a big epidemic, and people are actually encouraging it. And hey, you don't gotta be no Christian fundamentalist to be all saying this. I mean, I don't care if you're an atheist or whatever. I mean, that's who the heck wants to advocate something like that? I mean, it's common sense. Don't matter if you're an atheist or a Christian or what. That's like obvious, like right in front of your face. I mean, shoot, even if, so it's not about religion, it's about, hey, whether you're a Christian or an atheist or anything, who would want to have a kid, or say they have a kid and their like teenage daughter does that because some other teenage kid says it was okay to have some baby, and you're gonna actually have a kid and actually allow some other teenage kid to tell them that that's okay to do that, and then you're gonna have to deal with that. Like, have a kid that's not even in their 20s yet, barely, not even out of high school yet, and have some kid, and then guess who's gonna pay for it? You. Say if you were the father or the mother. Of course not, right? Well, that's my time for this video anyway. Yeah, I'm going to end this video right here. So, yeah, it's something to think about there, If it makes a few people mad, then it does, but oh well. My only regret would be that my words were a little bit sloppy in this video. I don't regret the words I was saying, but I regret that my video is still kind of a little sloppy, and I was a little slow getting to my point, without rambling. That's the only thing I regret in this video, that I maybe rambled too much and took too long to get to the point. But other than that, I really don't give a crap. Like it says, people that did everything right in their lives and try to work for what they got, and the people that choose to stay single until they find the right person and are working for what they got are not the blame for any of that stuff. And plus, the rest of that world doesn't owe them anything. That's just the way that is. But any of the other ones that made the mistake and then they're doing well, hey, more power to them. Like it says, I'm not hating on them all. Stuff happens too. And people were, sometimes the guy leads them into it and tells them lies, but like I said, there's that other scenario, that's that bandwagon thing, that's get prevalent in the chicks now and all that stuff too, that's starting to get worse, and people need to start actually waking up about that. But anyway, I'm going to end this video right here now, and I'm actually really going to end this video here. I'm ending it right now. I don't want it to go too far rambling on. But anyway, see you next time. See you next video.